Hi everybody, I hope you're having a good day, and this video is going out to everybody on my contact list. So I've gotten feedback about my newsletter saying, hey, your content is great, but it'd be even better if you do it on a video. So thank you for the advice, Kelly and a few others. So I'm trying this out, and if everybody gives positive feedback, I'll keep going. So, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jaan. I cover the greater Seattle area. I'm a real estate agent here in Seattle. And so I put out this newsletter every quarter. So this is the end of third quarter. We're starting the fourth quarter of 2024. So this year went by really quick. And so I wanted to give my update on the last quarter that transpired, and then give, as usual, my prediction about the upcoming quarter and beyond. So let's get on with it. So the activities that I'm seeing this quarter has been nominal. It's meaning it's been average. It hasn't dropped any, or it hasn't peaked any. It's pretty much the same as expected. I think it's a little bit slower than usual, given that it's an election year and we're coming up on an election, so some people may want to see what the outcome is, so they hold off on putting their listing on the market or going out to purchase home. But even with that, I'm still getting calls, and I just did an open house yesterday, and I did one today in beautiful Bellevue. So yesterday was Kent. So there's still activities out there, okay? So I think once the election is done, we'll start to have people come back into the market again. The volume would pick up a little bit more, okay? So in the last newsletter that I put out, as you recall, I predicted the interest rate would either hold still or may even go up a little bit. Well, the interest rate last month, the Fed lowered it, actually. Having said that, the mortgage interest rate actually went up. So in a way, my prediction is correct, that the interest rate actually went up. Okay, mortgage interest rate tracks to the 10-year Treasury note, whereas the Fed rate, when they lower it, it has more immediate effect to the short-term bond rates, okay? So what that translates into a higher finance cost for borrowers today. Obviously, cash buyer is not going to affect you, but for those buyers who are waiting for the interest rate to come down, my prediction is still the same. The Fed will either hold steady or increase the interest rate, just because inflation is still relatively high. If you go to the supermarket, the cost of goods is still high. Inflation is still around. And so that's why I was surprised that the Fed lower the interest rate, given that the inflation is still relatively high. The reason they lowered it is because the servicing of the interest payment by the federal government is just too high. It was getting higher than the military expenditure. So they had to lower the interest rate. And the word on the street is they'll continue to lower the rate, okay? But having said that, that's the federal interest rate. The mortgage rate, I believe, will still hold steady, or it may continue to go up. Okay, so that is my prediction for the coming quarter, okay? Meaning that we finish out the year with either the same interest rate or it'll go higher. Okay, so that's my prediction. Let's get back into the current data in Seattle. Okay, so if you look at the chart, the 1-year sales trend is still trending upward. Okay, if you can see on the graph there. So I have it mapped out by the north, the south, and the east. North meaning north of downtown, south is south of downtown, and then east includes Mercer Island and Bellevue and so on. So the line shows you that the east region is climbing the fastest, as expected. The stalwarts, what I call the stalwarts neighborhood, is the Bellevue, Kirkland, and Redmond. They're still climbing up. And going to the prediction side, I still feel that it will continue to go up. There won't be a drop anytime soon in the short term. Short term meaning the next 3 months. It's going to continue to go upward. Okay, given the election and inflation, it'll still keep going, and even the high interest rate is still going to continue to either hold steady or go up. It will not go down. Okay, so for those of you who have been advocating to purchase the next house of your dream, you want to do it because the price will continue to go upward. Okay. So, and I've broken it down to both the residential stats or the graph, as well as those for condominiums. And as you can see, both of them are going upward. Okay. So again, if you want to purchase a house, this would be a good time to do it. It'll continue to go up. Okay. Last month, we saw Federal Reserve cut the interest rate by 50 basis points. So I think in the coming quarter, there potentially could be no cut or another cut. So that's my prediction on the federal interest rate. But in terms of mortgage rate, it won't translate to a drop in mortgage interest rate. It'll be either steady or it'll go up, as I mentioned earlier in this video. So that's it for this newsletter, video format. Hope you guys liked it. And I will send out another video link towards the end of the year to report on this quarter's outcome for all the stats and the sales trend. So bundle up, it's getting cold. Hope you have a great Halloween celebration, and we'll see you end of the year.